Why, hello, friends, enemies, secret third things. Lunas, welcome back. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you watched the Q3 review. Range Bomber, Alamar, Lunibs, Very Dumb Dev, Max, hello. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to another week live from our studio in New York City. Just feels good to be back. Here, miss. You didn't watch, will play TF2. Fair enough. Very Dumb Dev is still dumb, but maybe not very dumb. And improvement is what matters. For us, personally. I changed the setup a little. Um no one can tell, but OBS is now running as a flat pack because that's supposed to be more stable, and I'm using the AMD encoder, which is supposed to be less stable. So we're balancing out a little bit, a little more stable here, a little less stable over there. But what it does mean is that my CPU is not being fried while my GPU sits idle because I really don't use it for anything. It's just like me for real. Cause I have like a pretty good GPU and it's kind of doing nothing. It's kind of doing a whole lot of nothing. So we're switching on over. Um, yeah, right. It's an AMD. It is an AMD because I do everything on Linux. Why do I even use Wayland? I've been thinking about that myself lately. I am sort of in the process of switching off. Unfortunately, that process, for some reason, in my head, involves Nyx. All that Krypton mind, exactly. For some reason, that process in my head involves Nyx. And I've been trying to learn a little bit of Nyx, and I sort of started during my little Monday, Tuesday break. But it's kind of overwhelming, and I don't have a lot of time these days. I didn't even have time to set up a VM so I could do this shit on stream and pawn it off as work. Nyx looks hard. It's just a lot. It's not even that hard. I think like I understand it from a high level. It's just that like there's a lot of settings in a operating system. There's a lot of shit that you need to port over to Nyx. And it's kind of overwhelming. I did it a little bit before when I was trying to set up Hyperland, and Hyperland is famously terribly supported on Nyx. So I gave up like a year ago. And so I'm trying again because I'm curious. I want to do Nyx just because like it makes it easier to like iterate through a lot of desktop environments, a lot of settings very, very quickly. That's something I love doing. Just copy paste shit until it works. I feel bad. I don't know. I kind of want to understand it a little more, but I was getting a little overwhelmed, and then I was getting very, very sidetracked with other things, which is fine. Sometimes a little sidetracking goes a long way. This time it didn't. I can't even remember what I got sidetracked on. Honestly, I think I was just shitposting in Discord this entire break. I was very active on Discord. Coworker uses Hyperland on Nyx. Gang, I'm so done with Hyperland. I am so done with Hyperland. I don't want it. One can just install all the packages manually. Declarative systems are way, way easier to manage. Declarative systems are way easier to manage. There's a reason we use stuff like Terraform to manage infrastructure. And NixOS is a great idea. Like there's a reason it's gotten military money, you know? Military doesn't just throw money at little open source projects like this. It genuinely is like really really useful. It's stable. Um, they are, yeah. It's a whole issue. That's been the drama lately in the Knicks world. Is that military contractor has been throwing money at the Knicks project. And one, the question is that okay? Should an open source project be okay with taking sponsorships from military contractors? Number two, is it okay for them to then show up to the Knicks conference as official sponsors and try to recruit people? I think absolutely not. That's terrible. And I understand that open source projects need money. And maybe they should even take some, but I don't know. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it one bit. Military loves doing that shit. Yeah. And like showing up to a conference to a bunch of like antisocial nerds and recruiting there is evil. That's like evil. Keep my nerds doing silly open source projects, not building missiles, okay? It's not as weird as you think. I think it's evil. I don't think it's weird. I think it's evil. We are very easy to trick into building war machines because it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Like I get it. Look, I had a recruiter try for a weird amount of time to recruit me into like a nuclear submarine program. And I don't know. I to this day I think it's really funny. I think it's really funny because I'm like, what was it about my like profile that made this guy so determined that I was gonna like want to live on this submarine alone for like years? Because I'll tell you what, he kind of wasn't wrong. He kind of like took one look at me and was like, "That's a depressed, closeted trans girl who's so ready to sit on a nuclear submarine for years at a time." And I was like, "Yeah, it's actually like not a wrong take." I mean, obviously I didn't do it, but I don't know what it was. For some reason, there's a program in New York City, and they were like, "We want you." Maybe it was because I had Russian on my profile. You don't want to be evil? I don't want to be evil either. I find it morally unacceptable to work on projects that are directly involved in doing harm. Indirectly, it gets complicated, but not that complicated. It's still kind of simple. Anyways, we're yapping. Hopefully, Nyx figures it out. So far, it seems isolated to the Nyx conference, which is still affiliated with Nyx. So, but there's a little bit of politics going on there. But we'll see. Hopefully, they figured it out. Yappy, yappy, yappy. I don't know what other what other hot button issues can I touch on? Am I learning or using Nyx or not? I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. Hopefully I'll set up a VM and then we can like try to do configs live. I've been a little lazy. Lazy. I'm always lazy. Shouldn't be a surprise by now. I'm so lazy. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? We're doing some project planning because I realized that I seem happy today. I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm in a pretty good mood. I enjoyed my little break. I am also super sleep deprived, but that's okay. Apparently, my part of New York woke up today and was like, we're gonna fix this entire neighborhood in the span of like a week. And so every single street is doing construction right now, and I don't have a normal sleep schedule. And when people are drilling at 8 in the morning, I don't get a lot of sleep. Nix is actually really easy. Finding that one function you need from Nix packages, exactly. Exactly. I'm having, like, that's the same issue that I'm running into. I understand the Nix language. I just don't, I just don't get, like, I don't know, it's tough to find all the configs. You're eating soup. I had some soup earlier. I had a little bit of soup earlier that I mayhaps stole from a corporation, a little known corporation called Google. I snuck into one of the Google buildings in New York City. And it's one of those, Holly. Wow, Christopher already knows. Christopher already knows. Yeah, Holly snuck me into, not snuck, but I visited one of the Google buildings. And it was one of those, like, everything is free there. Holy. Holy. Sorry, this isn't Owl Stream. I'm gonna be so real. That was bizarre. One, I've never been in like a real corporate office because I've always worked remote. Because I basically started working post COVID. And even if I like would visit a friend's office, it'd always be like a tiny, tiny company. You know, they wouldn't have much of anything and like maybe a ping pong table or something. The Google Soup Kitchen for unemployed devs. Oh no, they are all very much employed and like 19. I was like the second oldest person in that building. It was actually kind of crazy. It was very bizarre. Like it 100% is like walking into another universe. You step inside cuz Google's also one of those like super pretentious companies where like everything is special. Everything is Google. And like there isn't anything that's like normal there other than apparently I noticed the water fountains. The water fountains look like the same shit I've been using since high school. But everything else is like you don't the elevators, they have like a touch screen where you select what floor you're going to go to and then it tells you what elevator to take. Because there is an algorithm behind the scenes that efficiently manages the elevators. And inside the elevators there's virtually no buttons. You just say where you're going and then it goes take elevator number 12. And then you wait for elevator number 12 and it's going to get you there. It's bizarro. It is bizarro. Sounds terrible. There's a look, I get why they did it. I get why they did it. There's a nerd part of my brain that's going, holy shit, I wonder what that algorithm is. And apparently, every fucking Googler has the same fucking thought because they yap about it all day in their little weird Slack and Discords. All the engineers there are children. Absolute children. Like, genuinely, I was looking at these people and I was like, are you an adult? Like, are you over the age of 18? I actually, like, don't understand. It feels like a college. It feels like a fancy college. All the cafeterias are shiny and everyone's making conversation. Okay, so this might be a little privileged maxi moment of like I've never really worked in a corporate office. And I worked remote and I wouldn't show up to any of like wouldn't show up to any of our like little virtual water cooler talks or anything. I'd always skip those. So this was my first time of like, whoa, there like corporate talk isn't just in movies? Cause the only time I've ever heard people do water cooler talk is in movies. I've seen The Office, you know? I've seen whatever that parody of The Office is. Like I'm blanking on it right now, but someone's gonna tell me. And I was having a tough time not laughing when someone goes, oh, you moved from floor 8 to floor 14 during the big move? Wow, how lucky. How nice! Oh, floor 8's so much worse than floor 14. Oh, but like floor 13 has like the nice little cooler, and I was just sitting there and I was like, this is like an actual conversation people have. This is like a real thing. Like this isn't just a parody made in movies. And I was trying so hard to be like a normal person, and I was just sitting there like, haha, that's so funny. The big move. Pity them. I mean, wonder what they work on there. Many things. Google has lots and lots of products, lots and lots of floors. Honestly, it's probably not as interesting as you think. I'm sure lots of them are front end and back end devs making fucking shitty web pages for internal R&D tools or whatever. I don't know. Probably nothing that crazy. Writing RPC, making Google Bard. Maybe someone can finally fix YouTube's moderation or something. I don't know. They're making things. They're being Googlers. They're being little Googlers. But yeah, everything there is free. So I had some soup for lunch and a latte. Frankly, I should have taken more, but I felt very out of place there. I felt very out of place there. I was constantly worried that someone's gonna ask me what I did. Because I was like, what am I supposed to say? I don't want I don't want any Googlers watching me. You could sneak in every day. There's a limit. There's a limit. And security's tough there. Security's tough there. It's Google. Haha, I'm unemployed. Well, then the next question would be like, do you want a referral or something? I'm on that Google welfare. True. True. I don't want to work at Google. Can I be real? Can I be real? Is that privilege? Is that privilege take? I would rather make my money elsewhere. But damn, damn, is it nice? I don't know. It's just very much like it's just a job. Like I don't know what else to say about it. Like you come into the office, you twirl your fingers and twiddle your thumbs, and then you go home. And you like, I don't know, yap about floors and stuff. And like on one hand, yeah, right, like that there's so many worse jobs out there. On the other hand, I feel like I'd go crazy. I feel like that money is not enough for me to not go insane. Is that a privileged take? I feel like that's a pretty privileged take, but I'd like very much rather not do that. Feels limiting? I think it just like my brain would just be yelling at me. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that's just me defending myself because I'll never work at Google anyways, so who knows? Who knows? Right. So what are we working on today? We are working on planning projects. I've realized that I think many of you have no idea what the hell I'm doing, and I want to get a little bit better at making sure we're all on the same page with what I'm doing. So today I'm gonna be making like a little bit of flowcharts, a little bit of documentation for the Twitch interactive things, also known as TITS project, so that hopefully we kind of all on the same page. And then if we have some time, I actually want to fix some of the components in TITS because they've been a little bit broken. You're happy, I'm happy. That's good. Because one of the components has been a little broken and I have no clue why, and I need to do some logging. And also, someone in the YouTube comments was like, why are you using log and not tracing? And then I thought about it and I was like, shut the fuck up. Who do you think you are? Why? You think you're smarter than me? Stop looking down on me. And then I replied, oh, I actually haven't used tracing all that much, and maybe I should. So maybe we'll switch over from logging to tracing. I don't really know what the difference is. I don't really know what the difference is, but we'll do some reading, we'll do some writing. It's Writing Wednesday. That is what they call it. You saw that comment? Using OpenTLM? No, using Tokyo. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I've never really used OpenTelemetry. Every time at work someone was like, we're doing OpenTLM, I was like, I don't want to do it. Hi, how are you? You're good? It's good to hear. I've been very good. I think I've been pretty damn good. It would solve some distributed issues you have with logging. Throw it into a Fran's topic. Throw your logging into a Fran's topic and then you're done. Does Fran's work right now? No. Why would it? Why would it? Why should it? But maybe we'll fix that today. I was gonna do one of those what are they called? I was gonna make UML sequence diagrams for projects, and then I was starting to do them, and then I was like, who the fuck? Like, when's the last time you saw a UML sequence diagram? I think I saw one during my like 4 years of corporate experience. I just, is this a thing that people do? Actors and objects and like, do people still do this? You worked with a systems architect who was all about it? People who don't make things make them? I understand why they're useful. I understand why they're useful, but also I don't think many engineers know them. What is tracing? I don't know. We're gonna be reading about it. It's just a different way of logging. They are not useful. I mean, they're it's a way to communicate information pretty concisely. The issue is that you have to understand the format, and I think most engineers don't, which makes them pretty fucking useless. Like, I think 90% of engineers, you show them a UML diagram and they're going to be like, the fuck does it do? They're useful after you have made the thing if you want to communicate the design? I guess so. Useful things are popular. Are sequence diagrams popular? I don't think they're that popular anymore. I don't know. Maybe the PMs will know more. Up front, the cost is too high, so you'll end up having to change things anyways. I mean, I see what you're saying there, but I mean, in like retroactively explaining how a system works, describing how a system currently works is also a very important thing to do. And I think sequence diagrams are okay at that. I see what you mean by like using them to plan projects is a little silly, because you don't really know how the project is going to look like until you build it. That's like a very engineer mindset, but anyways, I realize that no one fucking knows them. So I'm going to make gonna make flowcharts. We're gonna make flowcharts that are explaining the flow of data, because I think, to me, that makes way more sense. I will note that I was a data engineer, so I combed my hair today. So by the end of stream, it should be like really curly. They're often out of date very quickly, pretty much like most documentation. You've made charts for customers, but rarely for other devs. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I feel like charts are one of those things that someone would go in, make like once a quarter, you'd update all your charts, and then you'd feel good because you made some pretty charts. I don't know. We'll give it a try. I like pretty charts. No one updates charts? I updated my charts once a year. No one knew how any of my stuff worked. We barely update dependencies. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Frankly, in my mind, look, this is a programming stream. Until someone asks for an updated chart. Are you kidding me? Okay, wait, Holly, we actually need your advice on this. You know what? You'll just watch, and then I'll bother you in person. Okay, so this is a programming stream. Little known fact, by the way, little known fact, this is a programming stream. I know it doesn't always come across, but it is. And one thing that I would love to do is to make it easier to collaborate. And what I mean by collaboration is I steal your code. I steal your code, and then you gotta see it run on stream. That's it. That's what collaboration means. You get absolutely zero benefits from this, other than maybe oh, look at this. This is great. This is good code. Owl can confirm. True. True. Look, it's just them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. Anyways, see, that's my code exactly. Anyways, I do want to like make it as easy as possible to collaborate. And collaboration begins with design. Kathy gladly contributes shit code. Kathy does a lot. Kathy contributes a lot. Kathy wrote me an entire essay. Kathy made me an entire essay on how to update my NeoVim config, and it's a tough read. It's a tough read. I do appreciate it though. I really do. It was a very interesting essay. All right. Look away. I'm actually cleaning up this diagram last second. No one is allowed to laugh at my diagrams, okay? Can we make this a rule? Hey, can you delete, please? All right, new rule. No one's allowed to laugh at no one's allowed to laugh at my diagrams. I am a yapper. First and foremost, I'm a yapper. Second and second most, I'm an engineer, all right? What do you want from me? The diagrams are there for you, so you can critique without laughing at me or bullying me, okay? Capiche? All right, with that said, hold on. With that said, here's what I spent approximately 2 minutes on for our tits project. And I'm gonna walk through why this is important. Holly is allegedly here, exactly. Actually, hold on, let me fix some other things. All right, I need you. I have you. You work now? All right, you do work now. Cool. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Not problems like what is beauty, because that would fall within the purview of your conundrums of philosophy. I liked philosophy. It was someone else who didn't. Holly, did you eat soup today? No, I ate Holly's soup. So, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What is tits? What are tits? Does anyone know? No. Um, Tits obviously begin with the Twitch API. The whole idea is that we want to have a lot of interactive things with Twitch, right? And this is stuff like the terminal down there, the train moving with the speed of chat, maybe eventually some OBS overlay stuff. Who knows? Who knows? We'll never know. Could be stuff like a Discord bot. Like there's a lot of things, a lot of interactive things that we want to make. And they're all small projects, but they're numerous. And what I want to do is make it as easy as possible for us to create new features and projects and spin them up in a super fast way. Like for example, we've wanted like a new Linux copy pasta command for like 1,000 years, and I've never done it because I'm lazy. Even though, like, realistically, it'll take like 10 seconds. If I had everything set up the way that I wanted to, it would take 10 seconds, and we'd have a command like bang copy pasta. You put 2 words in, and then it'll spit out the new Linux copy pasta with replaced words or something, right? Like this isn't complicated. This isn't complicated. But when you have like 1,000 of those projects, it gets overwhelming. So what we're doing here is modularizing. Little buzzword. We're making some modular functionality. And it all starts with the Twitch API. I want to limit things pinging the Twitch API as much as I possibly can. Why? Kind of just because I want to use France. That's kind of the only reason. I'm not gonna lie. We could spin up a bunch of Twitch API clients and Twitch would be perfectly fine. But I want to use France. And the way that we're gonna do that is we just have a single data collector that's gonna be reading everything from the Twitch API and separating that data into our message queue. And so all the different data that we're getting from Twitch. This is stuff like chat messages. This is stuff like subs, redeems, follows, hype trains, everything you can possibly think of, ads. All of that is getting split into separate topics into our message queue. And then what we could do from there is basically every process that we create can just subscribe to Franz and read all the data that it needs in real time without pinging the Twitch API. And that's it. And so basically, I want to create a few of these examples that are going to be pulling from Franz and doing some stuff. And there'll be little examples. If anyone else comes up with an idea, there'll be little examples. Unfortunately, the only thing that doesn't fit into this little format is the bot. If we create a Twitch bot, the Twitch bot does need access to the Twitch API. But I'm hoping that's going to be like a write-only thing, and we still do the messages from Franz. And this will also be, the bot's also going to be open source. So that's also like 100% going to be something y'all can contribute to. Potentially also hooked up to the Discord API. I'm not sure. Who knows? Who knows? This is all in the future. I think the bot is probably going to be one of the last things I do, because I want to at least have all the stuff that we currently have moved over into this format. DDoS Twitch. Can also read all the data that it doesn't need. True. Yeah, that's fine. This message queue is very, very fast. Looks good. Good, good, good. Some other things that are missing is maybe like we want some stuff like, I don't know, like OBS API over here. I have OBS API. That's something that these processes can use. These processes can also be split into things like, I don't know how to do this, but they can be split into things like local, running on things that run on my PC. Again, like these terminals. And server, things running on a server. This could be stuff like bots or message pings. I don't know. We'll think about it. You know, a lamp I want to have? Wonder how this stream would go if we went mostly keyboard right now? I'd yap for 45 minutes. The feeling when you can submit an issue to a library with a minimal reproducer? What are you yapping about? Cosmic lamp, misty glow? Documentation would be nice. There isn't even a project, but yeah, yeah. We'll. So hopefully, the goal for this project is to, or for today, is to document a little bit more to make things clear. Does France have docs? Nope. No, it does not. That might be a good place to start. But I mean, also, the goal is to not interact with Franz directly in so much as the Franz client, which is gonna be pretty straightforward. Hopefully. Never written any docs in Rust, so you can try contributing. Yeah, why the hell not? Why the hell not? We do have some good docs for. We do have some good docs for the mmap wrapper that I'm probably. Everything he isn't supposed to be a Franz client? What do you mean? All of these will be Franz clients. They'll have Franz clients in them. Franz server, Franz clients. Are we on the same page? I want to do mmap wrapper as our little standard docs because I'm pretty happy with them. We don't want to interact with Franz. You don't want to interact with the Franz protocol directly. You're going to interact with Franz all the time, but it's going to be through a client. It's going to be through an interface. Just to make life easier. It's like how if you're working with Kafka, you'd use some Rust Kafka client. And it's going to be pretty straightforward and nice little docs. Yeah, there'll be a client library to use. It is maybe in existence. I don't remember. Yeah, we have a client alive. No documentation, obviously. What do you want from me? But it's there. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Is it a crate? It is a crate. Maybe we can go ahead and document this. Write some examples and actually test that it works. And that's it. That's basically it. I really should test that this works because I have no clue. All right, we got a stretch. We got a stretch. Sounds goob. Okay, I think we're all on the same page. The rest of the stream is gonna be yapping and writing docs. Yapping and docs, nerd. Nerd. Hi, Lillian. Hi, nerd. Wearing shorts, I swear. I know an outfit. Fuck. Look, I don't know how to do my job, okay? I don't know how to do my job. Ah. It's alright, I'll just release everything as a highlighter and talk about it again. We'll talk about it again in like an hour, okay? Doing project planning and docs and yapping and all the other good stuff. Copy link. Nope. Copy link. Boop. Here we go. Take care. Thanks for hanging around. Have a good one. Let me do this post on the old bird site as well. Boop. Oh, you meant for Lillian. Oh, you need recovery and sensory things. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. Hope you're doing good. On the mostly cord. It's called the sparkle. It's not the mostly cord, it's the sparkle. What do you want from me? Why does my nose always get itchy on stream? Is this like a thing? I swear, like, normally it's not that itchy, and then the second I'm streaming, I'm like, there's nothing worse than an itchy nose, and then it's immediately itchy. Maxie, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Alrighty. Let's start writing. I don't give in to tendencies while working. That's the most vague sentence you've ever said. What tendencies? What are you yapping about? What do I have in this Toto? Fix client for keep alive, add polling thread. Oh, Jesus. You get Neovim 011. Itching nose, scratching neck or lips. The programmer tendencies. I need to focus on like sitting up straight. But other than that, I think I'm pretty good. For the most part, mostly good. What did I want to fix here? Oh, I need to fix what gets printed. I want to fix a select. Oh god, the whole Fran server is garbage. Oh no. Another stretch. Another stretch. We're doing more stretches? Fall for me. Just did a stretch. Sorry, that's okay. You don't have to apologize. It's fine, Christopher. You were trying to take care of me? Woof, simpler, Jesus. Yeah, I'm not fixing any of this shit. I guess I could document some of these functions. Could also do tracing here instead of logging. Let me make a long Toto. Toto. Tracing instead of logging. Oh, these need to be fixed. Oh boy, oh boy. What is that? Server-side polling? What? Async move. Sock reader. Sock writer. Oh, you know what's another thing I realized? I don't even need Tokyo scoped. This could just be split into, right? Into split, yeah. This whole thing was stupid back then, so I'm gonna Toto that as well. Split into split and get rid of Tokyo scoped. But this is neither here nor there, and I don't want to do that on stream, so we're gonna ignore all that and go ahead and document Fran's clients. Seems like the more important thing to do. Hi, Freeful, how are you? The number 0.10.2 is about to release. The milestone is completed. Is there a reason NeoVim doesn't do a 1.0 release? Does NeoVim have something that like they'll never do major breaking changes, so there's never going to be a 1.0 or something? NeoVim will do 1.0? There will never be a Python 2. I mean 3. I mean 4. There will never be a Python 4. Portal 3? We got Portal 3 before NeoVim 1.0? There will never be a Maxi 2? We're on Maxi 2! We're on mostly Maxi Season 2 Q4. You know what? Frankly, this is Season 2 and I still haven't updated my playlist, and I'm sad about that. That is very much a my B. Very much a my B. You still think Portal 3 and Half-Life 3 will be the same game? We're due for a crossover? I'm sure Gabe has never heard of this. I'm still Maxi 1, but with updates. I haven't had any major changes. That's so depressing. I've only had medium changes. Fran's client kind is just the number. Designating an abstraction for the number we send to the server to set what we want our client to do. Sure. We'll go with that. Does that make any sense? Probably not. Whatever. The whole right side, except for webcam, is a single tall window. It's just another terminal. What are you talking about? I do some Hyperland trickery. I do a little bit of Hyperland trickery. Christopher is a Maxi lover. Woof. I have a lover in Finland. Oh my god. It's so over. So over. You thought it's 3 separate windows? The train is a terminal that's overlaid here. The terminal's over here. We'll break the secret. You're not in Finland? Oh wait, you're Norway. You're Norway because you have the terrible chocolate. So this train is that train as a separate window in OBS. This window is that window. And that's all an overlay. It is 3 separate windows, but then I do some Hyperland trickery to make it look like it's all one window. It took me a minute to make it look like this. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm very proud of it. Arch, by the way. I am Arch, by the way, yeah. Hey, music. What are you stopping? Kit Kat did it first. Oh, those are fighting words. The easy way would be to use Tmux. I prefer tiling. I prefer tiling over Tmux. Because it's the same for me. It's the same difference for me. Uh-oh. That's not good. That might crash my OBS sometime. The 1.0, they'll be aggressively deprecating a shit ton of APIs because right now there are multiple ones doing the same thing, and 2.0, they'll remove all the deprecated things. Tmux has sessions? I have sessions. Currently have Neri set up to have no window borders. I'm so close to trying Neri. So close to trying Neri. I don't know. I'm so happy with tiling. Tiling is so nice for me. Simple Franz producer that sends messages to broker without any internal buffering. Sway is the best. I don't know. Sway is just i3. Look, I'm young. I'm young. I have a little itch in my brain that says new is good. There's a little balance playing around in my head where if something's been around for a good amount of time, it's good. If something's brand new, it's also good, but for a different reason. Sway's in that weird middle ground of like, it's just a new i3. It's just i3. It's just i3 on Wayland. I don't want that. That's boring. That's just dull. So I kind of just am not interested in it. Is that a bad take? I feel like that's a bad take. All right, time to write some examples. Let p equal, let mute p equal Franz producer new. i3 has the best and most versatile tiling, and Sway is just i3. I don't know. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I want something fresh. I want something hip. Use aerospace and chromeless WES term to make macOS keyboard friendly because you're too lazy to deal with Linux. That's fair. You should start keeping a journal. I think that's a good idea. I have my journal somewhere here. Also, sorry about the ads. There's ways to avoid them. I believe in you to figure it out. Dynamic tilers are better. I agree. I agree. Ah! 127.001.8085. Topic test. Dot unwrap. P dot send. Some message. I was here. Dot unwrap. You don't see the point of manual tilers? I have never used i3. I've never used Sway. Okay, so this was the story. I found out about tiling window managers about like, we'll say a year ago. When I was building this PC. I was setting up all of my stuff. I played around with Plasma for like a month. And then immediately I was like, I want a tiling window manager. Fuck this Plasma bullshit. I'm not here for it. And at the time, I was like, well, obviously I'm not going to use X. I'm not going to have any X stuff. Obviously, I'm going to go to Wayland. And the choice was Sway or at the time, shiny, fancy Hyperland. And I went with shiny, fancy Hyperland. Use DWM River. I don't know what River is. Another the DWM alternative. Written in Zig. Oh my god, I'm never using this. River is interesting because the window management is handled by a separate program from the compositor. Interesting. We're getting feisty. We're getting fighting words out there. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of am thinking of just doing the KDE tiling script, whatever it's called. I can't remember. Bismuth? That? No, there's no way. K1 tiling? I don't mind Sway. What is the KDE tiling script? Bismuth? Is Bismuth the one? Archived. Why is it archived? It started with an R? I thought it started with an R. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe this, because I'm not gonna lie. Switching to KDE would make my life so much easier for streaming. I just... fucking Christ. It's so much better maintained. I always have both window managers. That's true. I mean, as a primary. Because the issue is, if I have two window managers, I have to make sure both of them are set up in the same way for stream, which is gonna suck. There's a lot of random fine tuning stuff that I've had to do for this, and it kind of blows. Don't want to bork my system if I were streaming. Yeah. Well, I have two separate discs one of which I kind of fuck around with and I don't really care if I break it. That's currently where Nyx is. It doesn't use dot files. It sort of does, but I'm currently working on like fixing that. It is mostly in dot files. That is what they call me. Um, but it's a little jank. And now that I'm switching over to, yeah, I do have dot files. I do have dot files. Is Holly still here? Holly's usually lurking. Um, I'm switching over to Flatpak stuff. I'm finally caving. I'm finally caving. I'm gonna start using Flatpak stuff because it's so much better maintained. Like the way I was doing it before, I had to compile a custom version of OBS that included the features that I needed because the actual version of OBS that's provided is garbage and like just doesn't work with Wayland stuff. Use Flapback for this reason too. I'm caving. ArchOBS doesn't include the web view thing. ArchOBS doesn't include a lot of stuff because of weird packaging reasons. Apparently the OBS project has some opinionated ways of organizing their code for some reason that like conflicts with AUR stuff. I don't really understand the reason, but basically ArchOBS is garbage. And yeah, I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna use Flatpak. I give up. Just write your own Nyx derivation. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's still gonna be way worse maintained than the Flatpak that like thousands of people use. Flatpak OBS does have its own limitations, especially for Hyperland. But it's worked already. It's worked better for me. It's already worked better for me. And like it's just one of those things where a little bit better goes a long way. A little bit better goes a long way. Hyperland has similar problems due to a disagreement with the Hyperland creator. That's why I'm trying to get off Hyperland. I'm trying to get off Hyperland because it's bullshit. Like on one hand, I don't support the creator, and that's like a great reason to stop using Hyperland. On the other hand, the Hyperland is in so much fucking shit that this project is gonna die. Like that's it. Even if you fucking love the Hyperland creator, he's in so much shit and so much garbage that there's just gonna be less and less maintenance work. It's just gonna be a dead project. It's gonna be dead in the water soon. I'm here to jump ship. Go for KDE. It'll just work most of the time. That's what I've heard, yeah. But it's also like not fun. I really should just switch to KDE. It's just so much better maintained. Everything's nicely integrated. Qt looks awesome. Qt looks awesome. Everything's great on Plasma. Are we still having sway arguments? KDE Goob. It has HDR support. Also, I'm impressed that AMD encoding is working great. AMD encoding's working awesome. I've never had a bitrate this good. And my CPU's so much down. I'm like genuinely impressed. Also, whoever gave me BTOP is awesome, and I've needed this for so long. How do I toggle GPU 5? Hello? 5? No 5? Okay. B-Top, yeah, someone gave me B-Top and I love it. It's so cute. You're not hip to the Hyperland issues? You use Hyperland, fill me in. The creator of Hyperland is basically a piece of shit, and a lot of open source projects are just trying to like put some distance between them and him. He's just kind of a dipshit. How did I do AMD encoding? You can just turn it on. You can just switch to it. Lillian shared about BTOP. Thanks, Lillian. There's a program similar to BTOP called Bottom. That's what I normally use. And it's great, but also BTOP looks fucking sick. BTOP looks awesome. I normally use Bottom. I just have it alias to top. I swear. I swear I'm not lying. I also discovered that apparently I had the entire Monero blockchain downloaded. I finally got rid of that. And apparently my computer has way more space than I expected. I am unable to. I am Atomic. My favorite anime scene? Does anyone know of this? This shit's so funny to me. I love it so much. Ah, loud. Anyways, just one of those anime clips. I am Atomic. You did not like that? It's just silly. It's a satire. It's a satire. It's just a satire. Basically, the TLDR. I thought because I have this whole thing that I'm really into atomic bombs for some reason. The way it sounded, it was just cut. It was cut weird. It was cut weird. The actual scene is pretty cool. The TLDR is that there is this kid who like for some reason has this whole mindset of like he wants to be so powerful that he can survive an atomic bomb, and then he eventually realizes that like what if I became the atomic bomb? And that's it. It's stupid. It's a satire. Oh, the sound that came from your head, the atomic. About that scene where Freerun breaks the barrier. I I like the Freerun versus Freerun fight where they're fighting the copy of Freerun, and then she's like, "Oh shit, I haven't used that in 100 years." That one's good. It's the build up and mid delivery. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I don't know. It's one of those shows that I never recommend to people, but I don't know. It's I free run versus free run is cool. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a little brain rot anime to make you feel good. Although I haven't had that. I've been introducing Holly to anime, so I've only been showing her the good stuff. We have yet to get to the true brain rot that is Shadow of Eminence. A lot of nice anime this season. I haven't been keeping up. I haven't been keeping up all that much. Been busy. Busy. We are very off topic. I'm so sorry. Is this yapping? We are yapping. Is this how you document things? I never remember. Polonium was a new extension? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that there's other stuff in this world. You need a break that made you feel really weird? I'm sorry to hear that. Feel free to take a break. No worries. Auto tile for Plasma 6? An unofficial spiritual successor of Bismuth. Nice. Seems like this is what I want. Yeah. Seems like updates aren't terribly frequent. Maybe they don't need to be. Who knows? Right. What sound? I think the atomic sound. Rust's new borrow checker is called Polonius. Coincidence? I think not. Do I have to do use what is this crate called? Franz client, Franz producer? Is this fine? Can I cargo test? Cargo test? Ah, oh, it's async, huh? Oh, fuck. How do you do that? How do you do async tests? Oh, oh. There's gotta be a Tokyo thing. There's gotta be a Tokyo thing, right? Hmm. You can get around this by adding a main function that returns result. And then you can add hashtags that appears to the reader as the initial idea but works with... I see. Okay. We can make this work. So, like... Tokyo main. Function main. With a result. We'll call it a... I don't know. Franz Kleiner. Is this what they want me to do? There's no way this works. Yes, this should be async. Thank you. Mm. That can't possibly work. Default runtime flavor is multi-thread, but RT multi-thread feature is disabled. I guess we can just, it doesn't matter. Whoa, 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 chill, chill, chill. Import the error. What else does it want? Wah. I imported. It's there. Franz Klein error. I don't know. I really wish Rust Analyzer worked in the dot comments. It'd make life a lot easier. All right, cool. That is what we expected. Let's run a Franz server. Nice. Look at that. And how do we comment this? Just like that. Okay. Comment that. Comment that. Is this already commented? How does this work? Could have added that particular token feature in dev dependencies. That's true. It'll get optimized out anyways, right? Hi, Tina. How are ya? All right, let's see how these cargo docs look. Not quite. Not quite. Dev dependencies just for build. Maybe there's doc dependencies. I don't know. How do I make this not formatted weirdly? Get rid of this tab. Try that again. Nice. Good enough. Copy pasta for the consumer. Dev dependencies are not used when compiling a package for building, but are used for compiling test examples and benchmarks. All right, let me get everything working, and then we can switch it over. This producer does not use any internal buffering. Been watching me for a bit and you still don't know what I'm coding? You just watch for the silly letters and funny trains? That's what we're trying to fix today, Tina. That's what we're trying to fix today. Actually, in a sec, I'm gonna walk through the project again in a couple minutes here. Because I did that at the very beginning before I even posted in Discord. Because I don't blame you. I think like I'm getting really lost in the sauce here. And it's not good. I think my projects have become a little bit big, a little bit complicated, and I don't think it has to be that way. I'd like for people to understand what we're making here, and I think that's doable. You're drawn to the curly hair? I assume that's why most people watch. Usually my guess. 100 lines of code, complicated project. Sometimes it's conceptually complicated. I think there is a lot of sauce to get lost in. With straight hair, I'd have fewer viewers? Quite possibly. Who knows? We can probably correlate it. We can actually do a little bit of science here. Because the wetter my hair is, the straighter it is. And then we could do some math on like which streams had the straightest hair. Like correlate the wetness of hair to viewers. And then I think we could figure it out. Gotta get a wig to test? No, I'm good. I'm good. Am I using this right? I think I'm using this right. Option. Result. String. Option result string. Option result string. What about bald streamers? I think bald streamers do better. We got NL. We got Sips. We got this Squeaks count. The Squeaks count. Koopatanus. We got Koopatanus. We got plenty of bald streamers. How do I get across that this could be none? Also, it like really shouldn't be able to be none. I don't like that this is an option. I don't like that this is an option result. I also don't remember why it is. It's a framed read. What do you call next on framed read? It's pulling next, which pulls inner. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Who cares? Option result string. Option result string. Does the option just mean there's no new messages? I'm not even sure. I'm gonna say it is, and then we'll figure that out later. And Errors on invalid, incorrectly formatted message. We'll say something like that. Something like that. That should be fine. All right, cargo dock. Tell me what you got. So consumer returns none if there are no new messages and errors on incorrectly formatted message. Boopity boop. Let's see if the cargo test works. Obviously not. On a Fran server, try again. Nice. Look at that. Alrighty. What is next? I think we need a full example on the crate level. And that's about it. I feel like this is good enough. I feel like this is like usable now. I think we add that one example on the crate level that's going to basically include both of these and then also be like, hey, here's how you spin up a Fran server. Here's a full example. First you do this, make a temp, run that, run this, and then see that it works. Great. Throw in an assert or something. Probably throw that in the README as well. Actually, that's definitely what I should do. Boop. Example. No. What? What? Delete in the right direction, please. Thank you. Oh god, the formatting's so out of whack. Alright, hopefully that's a little better. This example assumes you have a Fran's server running on port 8085. Bound to localhost. You can spin up a test server with Fran's path temp Fran's test. Sure. Should be good. Am I using a NeoVim distribution? I have a can't remember what it's called. All my dot files are public. All my dot files are public. F audio? What's up with audio? Your mic? Oh, your fault? All my dot files are public. I use Kickstart. Kickstart. Which is not a distribution, by the way. So, there you go. All right, let's make this full example. Proven wrong. There's been a lot of work in this Neovim. Lots of bullying had to be done of Maxi, so don't even trip. Maxi had to get bullied a lot to get Neovim to this point. All right. We have a consumer. Make a producer, I guess. I don't know. Do the same thing. Boopity boop. I guess we just want to do this. Plop this little guy in here somewhere. Hello? Why is that on my clipboard? Give me the producer. Yonk. Plomp. I am not the best at Neovim, if it doesn't come across. Alright, great. Producer. Send. Consumer. Receive. Return okay. Can maybe do some like assert that message is the same as I was here, but whatever. Just gonna leave it at that. I think this is good enough. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with this. And all we need to do is at the top of lib, basically just import it, right? I don't remember how you do this. Lib doc include stir. Bang. All right, let's try that. Cargo doc open. You love Biba Doobie? I love her as well. And we have docs. Look at that. We have docs. I'll go. I finally did the thing where the audio's going to different tracks, so now I can actually play good music. We've been freed from the shackles of copyrighted music. Track 2 for the win. Unless I forgot to do it this time, which is going to be really embarrassing. Well, if there is no VOD, you know what happened, so... Yay! Documentation. Hopefully this all makes sense. I mean, I'm basically trying to make it as similar to Kafka as possible, and we can even like compare to the Kafka docs here, wherever they happen to be. Yeah, we're just trying to make it as similar to this as possible. Frankly, our documentation's even better thanks for the mostly keyboard free full. I've been using too much of my mouse to be honest. I'm out of practice. I've been enjoying my Monday, Tuesday using my mouse. Thank you very much. Doing a lot of read only. Cause I feel a little out of practice. I feel like I'm like getting behind on the old knowledge. Doing a lot of clickety clackety programming and not a lot of reading. All right, also it's bathroom break time. Is the hair poofing? The hair should be poofing up by now. I combed my hair for the first time in like a month. So the curls are gonna curl. Curls shall be curling. Oh! Oh, that was almost minus a mouse. That was almost a permanent mostly keyboard right there. The curls get stuck in the comb all the time. You gotta untangle them occasionally. You don't know what Kafka is? We can talk about that. Oh, it's locked in. We can talk about that, but it's gonna be after the break. Oh, I can't mute my mic now. Kafka is an author. Yeah, Franz Kafka is an author. He's known for creating Kafka-esque literature. Alrighty, enjoy the mouse dangling in the background. I'll be right back very quickly. I'm not even going to do anything on OBS because I don't have a mouse to do anything in OBS with, so enjoy that. Enjoy the music. Bye-bye. And we're so back. And my earbuds are dying. Should we do some high level overviews today? Should I talk about what Kafka is and then we'll run over the project again? Run over the project, not run through it. We're definitely not gonna run through it. We're gonna run over it and kill it with a bus. Shrug. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't asking. Just gonna do it anyways. It's gonna be a minimal programming stream. I feel like we've been having more than enough. We've been having more than enough programming. I'm not gonna lie. Been giving y'all too much of the sauce. Yeah, I keep reaching for my mouse. We're so back. Do I want any open source game suggestions? That's kind of out of left field. I guess why not? Why the heck not? I've been thinking of going down the pipeline and becoming a Minecraft streamer. I want to. I'm not gonna lie. I want to do modded Minecraft so bad. I want to do modded Minecraft so bad. That's just one of those things that scratches an itch. Should I stream my once a year weekly Minecraft obsession? Is that something that'd be fun? Cuz it's going to happen anyways. I feel it coming. Like it's winter. Winter is upon us, and that's when the Minecraft week hits hard. The Minecraft week hits hard, and then you just got to grind. Mostly Minecraft server when, bro. I gotta play Cobblemon. What the hell is Cobblemon? Fregato? Fregato sounds like a slur. That's like what some Italian man would yell at me on the street. Cobblemon is Pokemon in Minecraft. Pixelmon, but better. I'm an engineer. We're gonna be playing create. We're gonna be playing create. We're gonna do some kitchen sink mod packs. As much as I love the Pokemans, all the mans full of pokes, I am probably gonna do something else. You remember Create 1.0? I mean, I would love to play the who's played Minecraft for longer game, but there's definitely some people in this community who are like, I I helped develop Minecraft or something. I think I got into modded during industrial craft era. So like pre-create, I was definitely in the industrial craft 1.0 era, and it kind of blew. Modern Minecraft was pretty shit back then. Fregato. Fregato looks so cute. This looks adorable. And it's in the AUR? God, games are fun. Games are very fun. I should have a official archery pose. Oh my god, officially supported? That's crazy. I should definitely just designate a single day for gaming. I don't know. I don't know what day I want that to be. They even teach Minecraft in schools? What does that mean? What does that mean? I have like a super vivid memory of me being in like second or third grade or something, and we were learning how to multiply. Maybe this was even like first grade or something. And I was like, yeah, I know how to multiply by like powers of 2 really quickly because I just think of stacks in Minecraft. And then my teacher was just staring at me like, this kid's gonna have troubles in life. And I was trying to explain that. I was like, no, I know I'm like young. I can multiply by 64 really quickly because I know how many stacks that is in Minecraft. And the teachers were just like, oh, we're so screwed. You feel old? That's what this stream is for. That's what this stream is for. You can multiply by 5 by dividing by 2. All right, you're more lost in the sauce than I am. That makes me feel good. Cuz I think even like back then Minecraft wasn't a huge deal. This was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit of a hipster. I was playing Minecraft before it was cool. Playing Minecraft before it was cool. So I don't know what to tell you. Used to play Mine Test. I don't know what that is. What the fuck is Mine Test? What? An open source voxel game? Some people are fucking stupid. Earlier had a discussion. In the end, you just started shouting freedom and it shut them up. What is the context to this? What is the context to this? Did Minecraft spark memories of this? What's going on? Oh, there goes the other earbud. Oh, I don't have a mouse. Oh. Please connect automatically? Someone was spreading alt-right stupidity in Twitch chat? Someone is spreading weird alt-right stuff on the internet? That's so bizarre. Much longer until the mouse comes back? Allegedly 2 minutes. Allegedly 2 minutes. That's why I'm yapping. I'm just waiting for the mouse to come back, so I'm yapping. I don't know what to tell you. We need to subtract the bathroom break? No, we don't. That was all part of the ploy. That was all part of the ploy. Can't switch scenes? No, I can switch scenes. I just want my mouse back. I'm just scamming. Minecraft is nothing when you use base 8 because computers used octal when you were a kid. Alright, Max. See, this is why I didn't want to say that. This is why I didn't want to say that. I was like, look, I'm sure someone's got me beat, but that was my little story. You know what? I have another little story. I think to this day I credit my ability to multiply to this weird fucking game that to this day I've never seen anyone else hear of, and I wonder if I can find it again. I remember going down a rabbit hole and finding this game, but it was one of those games. It was like a dungeon crawler multiplication game that I have no clue. Like, this wasn't a famous one. I ended up finding it years later, and it like has disappeared into obscurity. I can barely remember what it looked like. I will try to find it, I swear. And it was just like, you turn a corner, there was an enemy, you'd have to multiply a bunch of numbers under a certain time limit. And I got obsessed with it as a kid. We had a computer lab, and I'd go to the computer lab, and I would just be playing this dungeon crawler multiplying shit, and it counted as school because I was like learning math and stuff, and that was like one of the only ways that teachers could get me to shut up. So they would just condemn me to playing this dungeon crawler. They'd be like, Maxie, you gotta fucking, you gotta let me do my job. Go sit and do your dungeon crawler. Which frankly, wasn't opposed to. And I, to this day, I credit my ability to multiply with this shitty dungeon crawler. I think I've gotten much worse. I was a math addict. No, I hated the math. I just thought the dungeon crawler was fun. Math dungeon crawler. I don't know how I can find this. It was something like super obscure. Hux Math? It was something so obscure, like, and it was like it was a game made by an entire studio. Wait, is it this? Oh my god, I found it. I found it immediately. Wait, hold on. What is this YouTube video? What is this YouTube video? Ah, let me click out. Hello? Tim, add-on? Can you work? It's so broken. It's so broken. All right, well, as soon as we get my mouse back, I can show this. It looked like this. It was called Times Attack. And it looked like this. And I would just be condemned to playing this game. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of this ever. It was made by a studio to like have this educational game. I swear it was like procured by some school district. I don't think anyone else has ever played this besides me. I might have been the only one. And that's how I learned how to multiply. I hope this video shows some gameplay because I remember it being pretty disturbing. Wait, can I have my audio back, please? Go. Audio is back. A quick overview. Discord jump scare? Sorry. I was the kid! I was the kid begging to play! I have no clue. Oh, the little boss fight. You would have been addicted to this? I was so addicted. Also, look at these crazy good graphics. 14 years ago. Look at that. I was hooked. Only 1-digit numbers? No, it gets harder. It gets harder. Don't worry. I think it went up to like maybe I think the free one went up to 12. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Oh my god. That's so funny. I don't know. It was a thing. It was a thing. That's how I learned math, right? If you ever think Gen Alpha's screwed, just look at how I learned math and I ended up right, I guess. All right, should we yap a little bit about what Kafka is? Did we though? Raymond Brain Games? No, what the hell is that? Raymond Brain unemployed Twitch streamer? Look, it's purposeful. It's purposeful, okay? Oh wait, it's literally Raymond. But like school. Wait, this is pretty cool. Wait, this is actually pretty cool. Is it Ben? This seems pretty cool. You're not the only one using Discord in a Firefox tab. This isn't Firefox. This isn't Firefox. This is just better Discord. All right, let's do a little yapping about what Kafka is, and then we'll talk about this project again. Because I feel like I did that in the very beginning, and I probably shouldn't have, because I thought the Twitch logo was a Discord logo. Nope. Topics and producers and consumers and stuff. Yeah. So it's all a lot simpler than it really needs to be. Kafka is just a message queue. And a message queue is just a fancy way of saying list. It's just a fancy list. It's an append only list. That's it. And topics are just different lists in the server. You can have like topic 1, topic 2. Whoop whoop. Topic 3. And they're all just different lists. And in this list, you can have a producer that writes messages. Hello. And it's just gonna keep pumping them out. That's it. That's what a producer is. A producer chooses a topic and then writes messages to it, and just adds to the list. That's it. That's conceptually all it is. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of magic that goes under the hood. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. Because we'll talk about that when we talk about Franz. But that's it. That's just a message queue. And Franz is the exact same thing. You have a robot operating system. You used a robot operating system, and it's really similar to Kafka. How is an operating system similar to Kafka? Who's Franz named after? Franz Ferdinand? No, unfortunately not. Bing bong. Franz does happen to be named after Franz Kafka. It's just a little more personal. At work, we use Rabbit. Yeah, there's a lot of different message queues. There's a lot of different message queues out there. Kafka happens to be one of the more well-known enterprise message queues out there. Franz's bacon. It's still Kafka, yeah. That's it. That's all a message queue is. And so that's this part right here. And if I knew how to make design documents better, there would be a cool way for you to double click on this and then it'll like expand into a bunch of topics, but I don't know how to do that. There's a language called a Haskell and a language called Curry. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny because it's like, look, Kafka is official. Kafka is official. That's like a Sir Kafka. That's a Mr. Kafka. You know, you're not close to him. You know him as this professional man. And Franz is when you get a little more personal. When you know what's going on. And you don't need all the bells and whistles, you don't need all the professionalism. All you need is frankly this. And that's what Franz is. It's a stupidly simple implementation of a message queue. If anyone at work tells you that you need Kafka, no. Stop it. Kafka is a lot of bloat and it's very old. Kafka is very old and there are better things out there now. There's even better Kafka alternatives like Red Panda. You're like, Kafka's just not. Kafka's just not it. Just use Postgres. You can't use Postgres when you're getting billions of messages, unfortunately. There are certain use cases where Kafka's good. I think it's just unfortunate that there's no little one. Me writing into a Unix name pipe, that's basically all it is. That's basically all it is, yeah. There's a bunch of fancy stuff to give you guarantees. Vertical scaling to the moon? For Postgres? I would be pretty mad. I would be pretty mad if I came into work and they were like, we use Postgres as a message queue. I'd be pretty mad. But yeah, Kafka is pretty dog shit. For the simplest of job queues, Postgres might be fine, but any message pipeline with any level of complexity beyond that needs something actually designed for a message queue. I totally agree. No, I think using the right tool for the job is always the right way to go. There's a lot of tools out there and sometimes there's an argument to be said about over specializing, but I think sometimes it's just fun. Sometimes it's just fun. We use Postgres to process CSV, as in like everything is stored as a CSV and then you use Postgres on top of that. I'm confused. Also, just don't use CSV. You like really shouldn't be using CSV. At least use like Parquet or whatever. Also, I had sometimes people give you CSV and you have to deal with it. That's true. That's true. Sometimes people give you JSON and you have to deal with that. CSV is great. CSV is not great. CSV is not great. CSV has a ton of issues, and I totally recommend everyone to switch over to RSV. RSV. If you need something like CSV, you should use RSV. Which I can't even find. That's how popular it is. There we go. CSV is awesome until you need a comment in your data. Exactly. RSV. RSV is the solution. Let me introduce you to my friend XML. No. No. Honestly, just use Parquet. Just use Parquet. Reasonable CSV is good. The problem is people not correctly handling new lines and comma and quotes. Yeah, because you have to handle those things. That's the dumb part. That's the dumb part. So basically, RSV is a CSV alternative. Where basically there's absolutely no reason that we use quotes, commas, and new lines as value splitting. You could instead just use bytes that are not used in UTF-8. You can just make sure to not use bytes that are included in UTF-8, and that's it. So basically, instead of a comma, you do the byte FF, you do the XFF byte. What if you have a null byte in your string? You can't. By the UTF-8 specification, you can't. No, you can't. It wouldn't be a part of the string. You can have the string FE. Oh, so null bytes are replaced with FE. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the 2 rules. 3 rules. Null bytes are replaced with FE, commas are replaced with FF, and new lines are replaced with FD. That's it. That's the whole specification. It's super easy. You can use most CSV readers and writers, replace the bytes with these, and it'll work perfectly. And it just makes life so much easier. Makes life so much easier. You have a null, you have a none, right? CSV doesn't have that. CSV has empty strings, right? There's a difference between empty strings and null, right? And so yeah, it's great. Then it's not great to work with in normal text editors. We're engineers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why would you? Yeah. I don't even remember the last time I worked with CSV. Null for an empty field? Yeah. You can have a 0 byte, that's fine. You can have an empty string and you can have a none. Those are 2 different things here. It's great. Great format. No, null is not null byte. It's telling you this is the value, this is the hex value of the bytes. It works great. It works really great. There's a cute little YouTube video about it too. Open in a tab, please. Okay. Oh my god, it's 10 minutes. But yeah, it gets rid of delimiter collision. It's fun. It's a cool little project. Oh, it's also non-tabular. You don't have to have a specific number of columns or whatever. No, you just need to convince LibreOffice Calc to support it. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of better formats out there for data, and it's just an unfortunate reality of we support bad formats, right? CSV just works. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's so easy to break CSV. It's so easy to break CSV. And now every like CSV reader and writer has to have like a whole fucking guessing game of like, well, which CSV are you actually using in order for it to just work? CSV is so complicated. Just use a language that has this reasonable CSV implementation. That's right. There's no standard CSV implementation. There's no standard. This whole thing is crazy. CSV is not good. CSV is not good. There is no CSV standard. XML is nice for machines. That's true. At least JSON has a standard. Not a great one, but at least it's there. Don't they use CSV for the training data of AIs? There is a lot of CSV stuff in data science. But again, I like still, if you're in data science, use Parquet. Use Parquet format, please. It's also column oriented. It's so much better. It's so much better than CSV. Excel emits different CSV depending on your locale. That's awesome. Jesus. Yeah, even if you're doing data science, use Parquet. Don't use CSV. There's better alternatives out there. Also, don't export to files if you don't have to. You know, why are you doing this? Keep things in databases where they belong. Anyone not using comma double quotes and line feed is just using CSV wrong. But what about clear line feed? Burnt Sushi wrote a huge article about the pains of reading CSV at some point. Yeah, it's not a good format. It's not a good format. Parquet. Apache Parquet is great. It's great format. It's very, very fast. You should connect your table editor to your SQL database. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. If you're editing, Excel can do SQL. That is true. We should store textual data as PNG files. Just take a picture of the textual data and then use a visual AI model to parse out the text. How about that? How about them apples? Our data science folks just use the database? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I am a data science folk. And R? No, you lost me there. No, don't use R. Actually, R is okay, but I would be really mad if someone made me use R. But yeah, it is kind of the standard. I will happily do data science streams. I have very opinionated data science things. R is more formally verified and it's healthcare. R is used everywhere in healthcare, and I think that's like half the reason why they're so behind. R is everywhere in healthcare. And it kind of blows. You can get a web browser to decompress with PNG and then run it as JS. Oh god. I'm like so down to do data science streams now. I think it's been long enough. I'm over it. All right, I feel like I should keep this little list around. I've only done some Spark stuff. I've done plenty of Spark stuff. Size limited web demo scene prods do that? That's so funny. That's so funny. With the true language? The one true language? Why does that look so much like Draw.io? It's just Lucid. Just Lucid. Bit of the old standard. I totally forgot what we were doing. I'm so lost in the sauce. Y'all distracted me with all this data science stuff. Type level frameless? What is that? Scala library for working with Spark with more expressive types. Ooh, that's fun. I had a lot of fun working with the Spark alternative. Called Ray. I had a lot of fun working with Ray. I think it's gonna die soon. I think Ray is gonna die soon. I hope it doesn't. But Ray is fucking awesome. It's so intuitive to use. It's so well integrated with Python stuff. And I know, look, this is a Rust stream. I'm sorry. But for data science, you gotta have to. And Ray is great. I mean, I had the lovely opportunity of having a stupid amount of power at the place that I worked. So I just spun up a Ray instance that I was using instead of Spark at the end. It rocks. I mean, it's technically not stable, I did not run into very many issues. This is one of those, it just works. I had a great time using Ray. I feel like this is just like how ML should work. It was great. Very well integrated. If anyone's in this field, I totally recommend looking at this stuff. Maybe I'll do a stream about it. Maybe I'll do a stream about it. Because I think there was even streaming training, streaming execution. There's a lot of very fancy stuff that's very new nowadays. I mean, you know, when I say new, I mean it's figured out in the last 10 years, but it's still annoying to put together. And have like streaming linear regression. I always thought that was fun. BRB gonna make some ice cream? Hell yeah. Writing XML through string concatenation? E-invoicing standards? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I get a little sad when things aren't just done correctly. Whatever correctly means. Anyways, Ray rocks. I hope it doesn't disappear. But I have a feeling it will. How are they making money? Any scale? Yeah, okay. You can square my errors anytime. True. Spark on Ray? Crazy. Right, I gotta stop avoiding these docs. I gotta actually write these docs. I'm being very lazy. Or, on the other hand, we say that they're like kind of done. Your bananas got a bit dark, so you have to use this. Docs is for losers, write a white paper. True. True. Added docs. Did I ever fix this Go? Do I care about fixing this Go? I wish I read that error. I wish I read that error. I'm just gonna say to do this library is unfinished. Sure. Good enough. Hopefully this looks okay now. Gotta read me. Let's just cargo publish that. I feel like I need to do a version bump. Yep. What just happened? Oh. Oh, it reformatted? Okay. Version bump. Bananas do that when you get them too cold? Is that what happens? The bananas get a little chilly, a little frosty, and then they give up? Not what I would have guessed. All right, the docs will get updated. The docs will get updated in due time. Remember, I don't know how you check the queue, but we'll have trust. They're still edible, just discolored skin. Makes sense. Tis why you normally turn them into banana bread. Vern is getting transphobes in the chat. Hide the flag. I feel like Vern's been getting a lot of transphobia lately. Very unfortunate. Which is catching them? We're usually pretty okay over here. We're not famous enough. The likely harasser is such a good feature. Honestly, Twitch's moderation stuff has been getting better so much quicker than I ever expected it to be. I don't know what's going on, but it's scarily good. Yeah. I wonder they finally plugged it into ChatGPT. They finally added an LLM. LLM deployed. Yeah, literally. It's really good. Cuz I think OpenAI even has like a moderation feature that they sell now. They have a whole ass moderation API that they sell, which I assume works much better than like a lot of other things. See, LLMs are good for stuff as long as you use them for stuff that makes sense. You don't understand transphobia? Well, let me explain it to you. Kidding, 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 by the way. It's likely IP related. They had that already. They called them ban evaders. The likely harasser is a new thing. It's the same reasoning as homophobia. I think it's complicated because it's a lot of different reasons, and many of which are heavily integrated in our society. So I think sometimes it's a little tough. That's not an excuse. I'm just saying. First mentions of harasser appeared like a month ago. It's a pretty new feature, yeah. My kids saw guys holding hands and now they're gay. There was this really funny article of I don't even remember who made it, but it was one of those like we interviewed, I want to say this was maybe CNN. I'm not sure. It was basically TLDR. The article was we interviewed like third and fourth graders on their opinions in the upcoming election. Like they were interviewing kids and they're like, "What do you think of Joe Biden?" And then the kids would be like, "He's old." "What do you think of Trump?" He's a criminal. I don't know. And the article had this one point of like liberal kids are less inclined to go over to like conservative households, but that doesn't apply in the other direction. As in, like, kids, well, not conservative kids, they're kids, they don't have opinions on anything, but kids with conservative parents are more likely to like be fine with going to like liberal parents' household, and that doesn't apply vice versa. And I was like, you know what? On one hand, I get it. On the other hand, if I had a kid, when I have a kid, when I give birth, I'm I feel like you should just like teach them to clap back. I feel like you just gotta like teach your kid how to clap back so that when the other kids say some stupid shit, or even when the parents say some stupid shit, they'll be like, hey, at least my parents are together, or some shit. Some shit you wouldn't hear from like a kid ever. Here's how to, yeah, like you teach them to apply maximum damage. You gotta get the clapbacks ready. So that whenever someone's like, lol, your parents are gay or something, they'll be like, yeah, at least they love each other. And then you just send them into war. Just send them into battle. Humans hate things, and we have hated things for millennia, so everything we hate is complicated. Sometimes it's fun to hate. Sometimes you just get taught to hate things. The guy who got so railed up on earlier was denying trans people existed. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I bet you don't know Maxi. I think we should teach kids how to be devils. I think they have like the talent for it, and we should encourage it. And then they just go into battle. Anyways, the article is really fucking stupid, and I loved it. I love when journalists waste their time on like doing crazy shit. They do not need to be taught. I know, we should encourage them to be even worse. Yeah, child soldier sounds like a good idea. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. I don't want like little Timmy coming back and being like, oh, fucking Johnny's parents told me that gay people are evil. I want little Timmy to come back and be like, Johnny's parents told me gay people are evil, so I destroyed their entire existence with my incredibly childish voice, and they'll be like, hell yeah, that's what you should do. Woke liberal trans agendists are in favor of child soldiers. True. I gotta like stop saying this shit sometimes. Freddie Mercury? Why are you mentioning Freddie Mercury? Mr. Rogers? Because he was great. Mr. Bean? We're just listing names now. That's great. Anyways, I think kids should be scary. I think kids should be scarier so that they're harder to brainwash. What age do I plan to marry at? I'm not gonna answer that. Does anyone plan to marry at a specific age? Yeah, the plan fell apart. The plan fell apart. It's over. There is no more plan anymore. You got your life mapped out? That's awesome. Alright, give us the TLDR. My kids just want to play soccer and eat ice cream and occasionally kick the shit out of each other. That sounds like good kid stuff. But are they ready to clap people back? Are they ready to throw insults like never before? This is the most important thing. Will I marry? These are crazy questions, gang. These are crazy questions. What if I'm already married? Who knows? Who knows? Married to content. I'm married to content. I pump that shit out like there's no tomorrow. Will I ever straighten my hair? Probably not. Probably not. Married to Franz Kafka. Doesn't seem like a great idea. I don't want to straighten my hair because I'm scared it's all gonna die immediately, instantly, the second I try to straighten it. New gen kids are not marrying. Japan is facing a population crisis. I don't think it's a marriage part. I don't think it's the marrying that's stopping the population. Hair is the only body part you can iron. Well, Can is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Can is doing a lot of heavy lifting. What if your husband was a bug? What if your husband was a bee that really liked jazz? Speaking of turning into a cockroach, I am atomic. A lot of East Asian countries are having a population crisis. And I think there's a couple reasons for it. One of which is of affordability and quality of life is very explicitly. Um I think there's a shit ton of research on this, but I'm gonna pull it out of my ass because I'm a streamer and I spread misinformation. Um it's quality of life. There's a lot of population studies done in Korea where it's not that people don't want to fuck, it's just that their lives kind of suck and they don't really want to. I think the other aspect is what Modprog just said, is that immigration. A lot of East Asian countries are pretty xenophobic, I would say. Not maybe not racist, but xenophobic, and aren't super welcoming to immigration, and have a lot of population issues because of that. Japan has done a miraculous. Both Japan and Korea have done an immaculate job keeping up through automation, but even they do not have infinite potential. There is also something to say that, hey, maybe there is nothing bad with having a declining population. It's something we haven't quite experienced in a capitalist society, but there is something to be said that, hey, maybe having a declining population isn't a bad thing. Like, why do we think that that's like a super important thing? A nation might be totally fine with a declining population. If you have a way of maybe, I don't know, distributing wealth to the elderly and having a way to take care of them, whether through automation or magic, who knows? If it happens quickly, it's bad. This is what most economists are saying. But maybe there's something to say there. Politicians pray for magic. I don't think politicians pray. Ooh, Maxi dropping wisdom. Oh, you blame billionaires? Yeah, I think billionaires have a little bit of fault on their hands. It's old people dying alone. That is really sad. That is really sad. Yeah. I mean, look, genuinely, if the younger population can be way more efficient, and a small population of young people can take care of older population by being like crazy efficient, whether through technology or incredible policy or magic, then there's technically nothing wrong with a declining population. We've just never seen it happen before. In Italy, there are towns where it's just old people living there and immigrants to exploit them. Yeah, yeah. Yep, you blame Copeland. I love the copium. A declining birth rate gives you lots of old people who need care and no one to look after them. Yeah, exactly. Like, again, technically, that's solvable. That's like a perfectly solvable problem. We got a lot of technology, and if we have some incredible policy to make sure that that resources are distributed in such a way that the elderly and those who cannot work are fine, there's like we can make it happen. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's a world out there where we can easily make this happen. You don't need that much to have a cue communist music. I wasn't gonna say it, Mod Frog. I wasn't gonna say it, Mod Frog. Vikings had. I'm not gonna read that. I can't read that. For the music visualizer, do I do my own FFT? I don't know what that is. This is just Kava. The music visualizer is Kava. Google it, smiley face. All right. Oh, fast Fourier transform? No, I don't do my own FFT. No, I don't do my own FFT. Whoa, watch out! You're starting to sound like a woke dev. I know this is probably like not a good mindset to have, but it keeps me a little healthy. I love I love Twitter drama. I know I probably shouldn't, but when I'm scrolling through Twitter drama, the Yap is incredible. Yap is incredible. I'm not even gonna lie. Godot had an official. Okay, so if you guys have not heard, Godot made a tweet where they said something along the lines of like using a game engine is woke now, which we support, woke dough, and like a rainbow emoji or something. And then I'm not even gonna say people. I'm gonna say like 10 weirdos on Twitter just like absolutely flipped. And boy, oh boy, was I thriving in the content. And I was like literally getting held back because I was like, let me at him. Let me at him. I don't know. I just love this shit shows that because no one it will ever hear about any of this stuff. Can you imagine walking up to like a real game dev and being like, you use Godot? What are your thoughts on woke dough? What are your thoughts on woke? No real, even people who use Godot in the real world are not going to hear about this. This is an insane. Like 100 people are yapping about this, about like some crazy tweet made by a media person who probably doesn't even get paid by Godot. It's just like this whole thing is insane to me. Godot made one mistake, blocking a ton of people, and some people really hated that. My free speech! My free speech! Wokeness is worse than evil business practices? Based. Kidding. The tweet you posted in the Discord was fire? Yeah, that's awesome. This whole thing, honestly, the one thing that made me genuinely angry was Godot made a response. Godot made a response, one of which was, we may have blocked too many people. If you feel like you've been blocked without a good purpose, here's the helpline. Reach out over here. We have a form. Great. I think that's a perfectly valid response. The second thing, Godot apologized. Godot apologized for some random, I don't even know if I understood this correctly. There was a random Discord mod in an unrelated, unofficial good Discord that happened to talk about Godot. This is not the Godot Discord. This is not a Godot Discord. This is just a random Discord that happened to talk a lot about Godot. And someone in that Discord had colored hair and happened to be a weirdo. And Godot apologized for that. Because someone outed their messages and they were saying weird shit. They were saying weird shit. And Godot apologized for that? This is a random person. Why do you care? Just be like, yeah, they can blow. Like, you don't even make a statement about that. You don't employ this person. This person doesn't speak for you. This is just a weirdo. I don't know. That like blew my mind. I'm like, is this what we've come to? Like, if one random fucking weirdo steps out of line, you gotta have Godot apologize for you? What the hell? Godot did make it clear it was a random official server? Still! What? This is a random dude! Are you kidding me? I don't know, that like blows my mind. I thought it was crazy because it's like, yeah, any fucking random asshole with blue hair is a part of our community. What's going on? What's going on? Come on, for real? Is this what we've come to? Don't fall for that. The crazy thing was people suggesting this somehow was a reason to use Unity. Was anyone saying that? I don't know. I don't know. I got my content injection this morning from that. UK Gov constantly thinks about how it wants to kill its pores. I don't think that's an active thought. I think that's a passive thought. UK Gov seriously considered letting COVID just run its course and treat it to benefit the economy and country demographics? Yeah. Yeah. The US did the same thing. Twitter is now hash map of software politics. Well, I think it's just the Twitter that's recommended to me. I assume most people on Twitter get a very different experience, but I happen to read about software, and I think Twitter just happens to have a lot of weirdos and brain rot, so that's what I'm there for. Someone said woke things unavoidably die. The words, I don't know. I love it. Oh my god, I love it. Come back to me when Rust is dead. I don't even need a reply. I just love it. I absorb it. Where else can you get this premium content juices? Cause who's saying this? Who's saying this? Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine if someone, I'm not even awoke, I'm just a commie. I'm not even awake. Bro, I'm not even awake. I'm literally snoozing. Straight up Marxist. Can you imagine if someone like came up to you in person and started like rambling to you about wokeness? Like I'm not woke, I'm drunk, Drew. I just want a brewski. There are people like that IRL. Yeah, but they're like mentally unhealthy. Like they need assistance. They need help. It's not like it's not okay. Like it's not a, oh, they have a different opinion than me. It's like a what's going on? I once got talked to by a Mormon. There's lots of Mormons where I'm from. Gonna dive into some tree sitter at 1 a.m. while drunk? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. In England? I don't know. I don't know where the Church of Latter-day Saints hangs out now. Hi, Stade. What's going on? Mostly Utah. It's not even in Utah. Although I've been to Utah. I've been to Salt Lake City. Great skiing there. Got an Olympic Park. You're not actually drunk, but having a Federwesser. Genau. Have I been to the Salt Lake? I've not been to. Well, it's all a Salt Lake. No. I was there during winter, so I don't know. It was just snow. There was a lot of snow. Oh, you want to say thanks for the rain? I did have a little bit of poor timing. I did have a little bit of poor time in there. No worries, no worries. The salt flats, I guess not. I mean, it would have just looked like snow to me. So I don't know. Yeah, that was some very poor timing on the raid the other day. I need to get better at like checking what people are doing because I kind of just like take a glance and I'm like, it looks like they're live. Your drive is full. Well, maybe you gotta delete the blockchains that you have synced. That happened to be my issue. I've accomplished nothing today. I've accomplished nothing today. I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm so sorry. I have like zero energy in me. I'm just giggly and very eepy. Maybe that's why I'm not woke. I gotta get some sleep. We made a graph. We made a graph. We made a little chart. Hopefully there is some 1 a.m. TF2 plus politic messages both on stream and game chat. Hey, it's just sometimes Wednesdays are chill. Wednesdays are chill. And also I need to get a move on because this is the time when people randomly start rating me on Wednesdays, even though rating on Wednesdays, frankly, should be illegal. Let's be real. Don't rate me on Wednesdays. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. My Wednesday's my Monday. You know, like no one comes into work on Monday and is like, I'm ready for another week of work. You need to amp up. You need to amp up. You'll get there by Tuesday. And so usually by Thursday. Tomorrow's a national holiday. Happy Oktoberfest already happened. I don't know what holiday it is. 3 hours is a lot of yap. It's not. 5 hours is a lot of yap. 3 hours. 3 hours is the maxi will be a normal human after this point. Because I have the issue now where if I don't get 3 hours of yap, I'm insufferable. I'm like insufferable to be around. I don't shut up. So I need my 3 hours of daily yap. Yap quota achieved. Exactly. Exactly. State knows what's up. State knows what's up. Mm, your Paru cache is 50 gigabytes. What's going on? We raid Fern. We're raiding Fern. We're out of here. So long, and thanks for all the yapping. I'm always happy to yap. I'm always here to be a yapper. Yeah, that's it. That was the end of that sentence. Thanks for hanging around, everyone. Hopefully, I cleared up a little bit on what we're working on. Um, and it'll be in the readmes of stuff as well. So I don't know. Now I'm glad that like now when someone's like, "What are you doing?" I can be like, here's a little chart. Here's a little chart. Here's a little readme. Here's some words. You know, it's just we. Anyways, we got stuff done today. I'm happy with what's going on. Tomorrow is a speed run. Um, I don't know what language. I don't know what language, but it might be Scala. I think it's probably gonna be Scala. HLSL. What the fuck is that? It's gonna be Scala. I'm just gonna say it now. We're doing Scala. Lisp next Thursday. Lisp is next Thursday. We're doing Scala. Alrighty, everyone go say hi to Fern. Be nice. She's having some weirdos in her chat, so go say some wokes. Bye bye. Bye.